Well, welcome and thanks for joining me in what is the living willow arch that I've got at the entrance to my garden. Now, if you look up, you can see the arch isn't actually an arch, and the reason for that is I did tie it together as an arch, but I didn't quite have enough length of the willow, and it just broke away. So what I did this year was let the willow grow straight up. So hopefully now I've got enough length of willow that I can intertwine it, and also we will be tying it up with some of this plastic twine just to hold it in place until it's got itself interlocked, and as it grows away after that, that will thicken up and it'll hopefully hold the arch together. All right, I'll just take you off the tripod and just show you where I've got to so far. Okay, so when I planted this 2 years ago, and I'll put a link to that video in the description if you're interested. The way I did it was following somebody else's video, and I wove this design into it. And what I wanted to do is keep that design clear of any more growth, so it kept a bit of a structural feature at the bottom. Now, normally I've got like sweet peas in there. I've just cleared that bed, and it gives them something to climb up. And as you can see, there's nothing growing on there, but just above it we've got the growth. So all I did was any small growth that started to come, any buds, I literally just rubbed the buds off to stop any growth from growing off these main stems. All right, so that way I've kept the design at the bottom, and then going up I let the buds grow and thicken up. Now they are starting to branch out more than I would like. If you can see that, we've got the arch going like that, and also these coming off the sides. Now the thing with willow I've learnt is it'll pretty much, you can chop it about as much as you like, so you can create your own design and your own shape. Now, like I said before, the top, this used to be where the arch was joined together, but it kept breaking away. So I've let them grow up. They'll naturally want to grow upwards. So I've got a lot of length now. So hopefully I can intertwine all of those, cut off any that I don't want, and create an arch. There's just one other thing I wanted to show you is, and I don't know if it's a mistake, but it's something you might want to know, is this design is running through my fence. And if you can see there, it's rubbed and rubbed the bark off. That isn't ideal. And in fact, if the bark gets rubbed off all the way around your plant or your willow, it will kill the plant. All right, so just something to be aware of. You know, sometimes rabbits will do that, or deer, you know, and your plant will die. All right, so that's just something to be wary of. Anything else, you can just cut it, trim it, do what you like with it. It will grow. So what I'm going to do now is go and get me step ladders, try and intertwine all this, and I'll bring you back when I'm done. Or I might show a bit of doing it, just so you get the idea. Okay, so I made a bit of a start. I had a little test just to see if what I was going to do worked. It's the first time I've done it. I'm just going off watching other people's videos, and basically all I'm doing is bending over the tall ones, and now I've got this may look a bit not very archy, but all I'm trying to do is get it to join together nice and firmly, and it'll fill in. All I'm doing, trying not to actually snap the willow, literally just weave it in around itself, just like that. And try and get it to match up, something like it. You know, just doing the best I can. First time I've ever done it. And I've got some of this plastic cord in my pocket, just so it's handy. Wrapping it around a couple of times, just to hold it in place. And remember, come the spring, this will all rebud and grow up and fill in. So all we're looking to do at the minute is join it together. Wrap that around there. And any bits like that is just sort of sat down in the way, just cut it off. So cut that one off. Any dead wood we can cut off. Just to do that. Any live willow, if you cut any like live bits off or healthy bits, you can just stick them in some soil, keep it wet, and they'll pretty much root. And if you want to get some more willow for another project, you can do that. All right, so that's all I'm doing, linking things over, wrapping it around, trying not to actually snap the willow, just it is fairly flexible, and add in a few more plastic ties every now and again, really just to hold it in place. And like I say, come the spring, from the recent, well, you can see how much this has grown just in 12 months. It'll bud up, stick up new shoots, and then you can trim it to exactly how you want it. You can fill in gaps, weave it all in. You know, and bring that one in, weave that in as well. That's a big one over there. I could bring that one in, maybe go underneath there, wrap it around. That one wants to let go, so I'll stick another tie on there. I tend to double wrap it just for a bit more strength. We get a lot of wind here, and that's why the first lot broke. But I'm hoping now that I've got this much length and I'm able to weave quite big branches together, that it'll hold together. Alright, so that's all I'm doing. I'll carry on and finish this, trim up the sides, and bring you back when I'm done. Right then, so there we go. If you're an expert willow weaver, I do apologise for making a mockery of your craft. But all I've done is woven the thickest ones, intertwine them to try and create the arch and just get some strength in the arch for the wind, because the first time I tried it, it blew away. So I've just intertwined them, tied them up, and I've also cut off the sides to give it a bit of shape. I mean, it'll all bud up in the spring, and then we can just trim it easily to make it look pretty. So that's it. Now, the clippings, I wouldn't recommend you put them in the compost bin, purely because, like I said earlier, they root really easily. So it's best just to get rid of them if you don't want to grow any more. And willow is a coppice plant, or a coppice tree, meaning you can cut it back as much as you like, and it'll re-sprout from the bottom. So from my limited experience, chop it about as much as you like. Keep it, I've tried to keep this manageable so I can get to it and trim it in the spring. All right, I don't want to get this to get out of control. Well, some of you might have found this interesting. If you're thinking of building a willow arch, give it a go. It's one of the nicest parts entering the garden, having this willow arch. And when I get sweet peas growing up it's just fabulous in the spring. So there we go. Thanks for watching. Cheers and go home.